Buenos dias, Zamboanga. Welcome sa Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SM City Mindpro. Hatid sa inyo ng Philippine Information Agency, SM City Mindpro, Mindanao Communicators Network, Mindanao Cable Television at e-media. We are live via PIA Western Mindanao Facebook page and other government agencies' Facebook pages, One TV Philippines, ISA TV Channel 17, PCH Cable TV, and via cable televisions at Zamboanga City at MCTV and e-media. Happy Kapihan Wednesday po muli sa lahat na ating mga manonood. Ang Kapihan na Zamboanga will discuss important topics that will give you more informed decisions wherever you are. At ngayon, pag-uusapan natin ang ating mga projects or priority projects, especially in infrastructure projects dito sa Zamboanga City. We have with us today si Engineer Diana de Guzman, the focal person of the City Engineer's Office in Zamboanga City. So welcome po sa ating program, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am Myra. Good day to you and of course to our viewers po. Yes.
Welcome po sa ating program. Gaya po nang nabanggit ko, pag-uusapan natin yung mga projects dito sa Zamboanga City. I'm sure marami tayong nakikita, especially sa mga Zamboangueños. Nakikita natin yung mga development and yung mga infrastructure projects na isinasagawa natin dito sa Zamboanga City. So ano po ba yung ating priority projects in the city government, especially for the year 2023?
Yes, ma'am. We all know that last October 2022, we experienced a very tragic incident in the city wherein Zamboanga City is the most affected because of the typhoon Paeng. So a lot of barangays were damaged, including me, na affected din ako dun. So with the mayor's directive and everybody's very concerned about this flood problem we had. So for this year, these are the priority projects of the city, flood control projects, which include the slope protections, as one of the assessment during the Typhoon Paeng, and also during the January 11 incident, a lot of the city infrastructure projects that were damaged are actually the slope protection projects. So isa ito sa mga kinoconsider natin ngayon to repair and rehab of mga projects na yon, slope protections. And then we also have the drainage system. Of course, we know we have to make sure that our drainage are malinis, are clean and but capable to allow the water to pass through, para talagang we avoid the flood. So focus din also done drainage systems. And then we also have desiltation and dredging of rivers. For those of you na hindi talaga particular with the technical terms, when we say dredging and desiltation, this is actually the cleaning of the rivers. What we observed during the assessment after the incident of the typhoon, a lot of our rivers are full of silted soils and other garbages, mga wastes. So we have to remove this. Ika nga yung lalim ng river, we have to make sure na medyo malalim siya para maraming water talaga yung ma-cater ba niya, parang ganon. So we have to clean all those. Yeah, yung isa din yun. And of course, aside from the flood control projects, we also give priority to our roads. We received a lot of complaints from the people, from the motorists, that there are a lot of roads that are
under construction. Yes,
very much dilapidated na. So we have to consider this also, to aside from the traffic flow, to address the traffic flow, more than anything, it is to address also the safety, to make sure the safety of the motorists. Yun. So ito lang naman, ma'am, drainage systems, slope protection, desiltation, dredging of rivers, and roads, that reblocking and repair of roads. Of course, there are also other projects that we do, like school buildings, but for 2023, these are the most considered talaga.
It's good to know, ma'am, yung ating mga priority projects dito, especially on roads, drainage. Gaya nga ng nasabi nyo, kasi naging affected talaga yung Zamboanga City during the flooding incident or during the typhoon noong last 2022 October. Paano po natin, did we expected it to happen? Kasi sobrang nakakagulat nga that it's first time that it happened. Ano po yung nakita nating problem? Bakit po tayo naging affected during that typhoon?
I think a lot of us didn't expect it to happen, but again, it is one of the ng climate change that we cannot stop, but then again, we will always take it as a sabihin natin lesson, for us to improve on other things, So siguro ang isang nakita natin yun, there are slope protections talaga na natamaan. The rains also hindi na din gaya before, Now we experience rains even on dry season. ulan. Sometimes ang init in the morning and then later on biglang buhos ng ulan. So we cannot anymore predict the climate change. So yun nga, because of that we make sure now that our slow protection projects that were damaged, we have to rehabilitate it. And of course, yung mga rivers nga na sinabi ko kanina na marami ng mga soils. Kasi isa din yun nung during the flood, of course, the water hindi lang tubig yung dumagos doon, no? There were soils na, as you can see, may mga nasama na rin. So we have to remove that and mga basura also para talaga yung river natin is free of obstruction, ika nga, so that the water will flow talaga and hindi to avoid also na makalat yung mga water sa ibang areas, no? So yun. And of course, yung isa din nakita din natin ng mga drainage systems natin, maybe at dahil nga yung ulan before hindi na talaga gaya ngayon, no, marami na talaga tayong na-receive na rain, no, rainwater. So probably some drainage systems are not anymore fit, no, for today's rainfall nga. So that's why we considered also mga drainage systems and a lot also yung mga basura. So isa din sa mga ginawa natin is yung declogging also. Yes po.
With these projects, engineer, are we going to expect na ba improvement, no? So, if the time na magkaroon tayo ulit ng typhoon or umuulan, kasi syempre ito, paminsan yung Zamboangueños kinakabahan na kapag kaunting ulan lang. So, ngayon po, are we expecting na makakatulong talaga ito to alleviate nga yung situation ng flooding dito sa Zamboanga City?
Hopefully, ma'am, no? Kasi these infrastructure projects, this is not just the only solution. I would like to emphasize that, no? Not the only solution, no? Of course, there are other considerations pa, no, na, but hopefully this can help really para ma-mitigate lang din, no. Opo.
Meron tayong prevention program na projects na ginagawa. And tama po kayo, hindi lang ito trabaho din ng ating City Engineer's Office or ng local government unit. Lahat-lahat po yan, nagtutulungan tayo to protect, no, para maiwasan nga yung ganyang incident ulit.
Yes po. Ano naman our mayor, no, is very much talaga ang focus niya dito sa flood control because yun nga, lahat tayo, we were not expecting it and we know that a lot of us were affected. Not even yung tao, even the agriculture, di ba, mga ibang aspects. So, I hope, we can really finish all the projects on time para we can at least mitigate man.
So, ma'am, of course, good news naman tayo because we heard nga na magkakaroon na nga tayo ng bagong Zamboanga International Airport. So, any update po on this project? Please share with us po, no, yung ating mga development on this.
Yes, ma'am. For the new Zamboanga International Airport, currently the stage is mostly on the lot acquisition because we know, you have to consider the legalities ng mga lupa, no. So, basically now it's under lot acquisition pa lang. So, we have the funds already, no. And then after all this, kung ma-solve na natin all the lots, no, and that's the time pa the City Engineer's Office will come in for the preparation of the plans, the designs. But of course, the first things first, the preliminary is to secure, to make sure talaga that the lots are acquired, no, by the city. Wala na tayong problema doon. Yes po.
It will take time pa talaga, but I'm sure excited tayong mga Zamboangueños kasi this will be a bigger airport for us and will cater more flights, will improve our economy dito sa Zamboanga City. So, we are hoping for that na ma-push through talaga yung ating project.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, Ma'am Myra, this is also one of mayor's, parang pinapatutok talaga niya na project. So, yeah.
So, marami tayong mga priority projects. That includes yung ating mga road projects.
Yes, ma'am.
Engineer, do we have update po ba kung kumusta yung ating mga road projects dito sa Zamboanga City? Meron ba tayong mga target timeline na matapos ito, especially yung ating mga road widening at yung pag-aayos ng ating mga daanan?
Yes, we have a lot now road projects that we have reblocking dyan sa Tetuan, Barangay Tumaga, Putik, if you're familiar. But of course, we want to finish it this year, sana matapos talaga lahat. But of course, there are some situations that we encounter, mga issues na sometimes that hampers the implementation. But other than that, we have the project engineers na talagang tumututok sa project, of course, with the direction of the city engineer to ensure that kung kaya talaga tapusin na within the timeline, we will do that. And talagang bantayan lang yung project for any other parang masabi natin na that would affect, no? So, ina-action na naman lahat yan, ma'am.
I'm sure baka kasi may magtanong sa atin, meron talagang curious no regarding our new flyover. I-clarify lang natin na itong project na ito ay naka-under na po sa ating Department of Public Works and Highways.
Yes, it's another agency, ma'am.
So sila po yung humahawak. So with that, siguro baka magkaroon tayo ng pagkakataon din na maanyayahan yung ating DPWH regarding that update and improvement din dito sa Zamboanga City, no, yung ating flyover. We are also expecting na matapos din yan this year.
Opo.
Para po maka-alleviate din ng ating traffic. So, yun po, speaking of traffic, ito bang mga road projects na isinasagawa natin, makakatulong ba ito sa ating traffic problem dito sa Zamboanga City, especially ngayon na medyo lumalala na,
yes,
medyo nagkakaroon na tayo ng heavy traffic dito sa Zamboanga City?
Opo. Because, isa din yan sa mga natin, medyo inconveniences, no, that because of this development projects that we do, especially sa mga roads, na talagang daanan ng yung mga motorists natin highway. So, we cannot avoid that we cause traffic, no. But, again, yun nga sinasabi natin, once these projects are done, of course, especially the roads, kung maayos na lahat, wala na tayong ma-experience na mga bumpy roads. So, definitely, it will address, no, the traffic flow, smooth na tayo. And, again, more than anything, yung naman, accidents, ma-avoid natin yung mga, especially mga motorists, some of them are complaining, nako, nasira yung mga gulong nila nung dumaan sila dito, na-flatan and all, so it can cause talaga accidents. So with this, no, hindi lang traffic but also the safety of the motorist, ma-address din natin. Yeah. And then we also have one project in Tugbungan, Putik Road. So this is a new road, no. So with this mga new road na nag-o-open tayo, it can also create or be an alternate route for the motorist. So, yun.
So, we are hoping nga na yun, matapos na rin yung ating mga road projects, lalo na po ngayon na priority din naman yung ating mga road projects dito sa Zamboanga City. Kaya we are expecting nga na matapos na rin ito para magaan-gaan din yung ating traffic management dito sa Zamboanga City. Engineer, usually ano ba yung ating mga challenges na na-encounter, especially in implementing these projects?
Yes. Number one, we encounter a lot of yung right-of-way problems. We know that tayo sa public, no, sa government, we cannot just implement projects that are not owned by the government, no. So yung mga lupa that are still owned by the private owned pa siya, no? So we have to consider pa that one, mga preliminaries before pa construction. So isa talaga yun sa marami nating sa office that we encounter, yung kailangan ma-donate pa muna sa city and all like that. And then also we have informal settlers. During the survey, yung sa planning stage, okay yung area, clear. But here comes during the implementation, biglang may mga nagsusulputan ng mga informal settlers. Of course, we cannot just let them, paalisin lang sila. We have to also deal with it legally, parang ganon. So, isa din yung mga na-encounter natin. We also have yung sa mga drainage systems, di ba, nag-excavate tayo. So, doon nakikita natin ang daming linya ng mga utilities, ng mga water line connections, and then there are also yung sa electrical, no, sa Zamzelco natin. So, of course, we cannot just continue doing it. Kasi kung tatamaan natin yung linya nila, another community naman ang magsasuffer. So, of course, we have to coordinate pa with these agencies, no. And also we have, yun nga, sa roads specifically, lalo na yung mga highways. Yung ngayon sa Governor Cummins, no, isa din yung mga sa nagrereklamo talaga. Kasi we implement the project, but ang daming dumadaan doon, going to Kabatangan, going to Don Pablo. So, we have to consider those na half lane lang muna. And of course, we cannot fully implement kasi baka mamaya yung safety naman. Kasi madaming dumadaan, di ba? And there are equipments there. So, mahirap din na maano tayo sa safety. So, yun yung mga na-encounter natin na problems. So, kaya minsan we really say na as much as we want to finish the project on time, fast track lahat, we cannot avoid that there are situations like that, ma'am. Yes.
Paminsan po talaga, engineer, no, we need to let the people understand na ganito yung naging situation natin. At kailangan natin mag-coordinate pa sa iba't ibang agency para ma-push through yung ating mga implementation. Dahil kaya natatagalan paminsan yung ating mga road projects. So yun lang yung gusto din natin i-emphasize, no? Kasi I'm sure nga yung iba may mga naririnig tayo na complaint.
Yes.
Gaya ng na-mention nyo kanina, marami tayong mga complaints na natatanggap regarding our road projects.
Yes.
And we need to let them understand.
Opo.
So kaya andito tayo ngayon to let
Yes.
them understand. And we are grateful, no, na may ganitong platform tayo para
Inform
yung ating mga viewers. Ma'am, ano na lang po, no? Itong mga projects na ito na kinakandak natin ngayon, continuous pa rin ba yung ating mga development projects, especially for the coming years and especially for this administration?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ongoing pa lahat ng mga projects na to, and there are some pa also na for bidding, no, na kino-consider natin. Kasi basically, ito talaga yung priority natin, no, ayusin lahat yung mga infrastructure projects so that people in the Zamboanga, no, yung tayo dito sa Zamboanga City will be alleviated ba na wala na yung worry nila, especially when rain comes, ganon. Yes po. And yun nga, that's why, as I've mentioned earlier, we keep on coordinating with different agencies when we encounter mga problems, no, na mga ganon. We contact them. Also, we ask help from different offices also, from the city administration. In terms naman yung sa pag-ask assistance sa mga, sometimes we do one way, di ba? Nag-one way tayo. So, we ask from them na yung executive order. And of course, from the barangays, especially, we also ask for their assistance in providing barangay tanods. Nag-a-assist sila doon sa traffic. Kasi yun nga, we cannot avoid talaga na hayaan lang natin dyan. And then everybody wants to pass kasi. So, we don't want to create naman accidents, no? So, yun. Talagang coordination lang with different agencies and offices, ma'am.
Pero yung mga projects po ba natin, engineer, may timeline talaga siya?
Yes, ma'am.
Usually, nakadepende po ba sa...
Depende po sa project. But as what I've said, no, each project, may project engineer tayo naka-assign dyan. And of course, they know, no, kung kailan ang end ng contract. Or if they experience na mga ganong situations, they raise it naman to the office na kung bakit medyo natatagalan, meron sila mga na-consider na mga situations. So they raise it to the office. Opo.
So that's good to know po, no, na meron tayong mga ganitong, I'm sure like you mentioned po na meron tayong mga executive orders na pinapalabas. Opo. Lalo na kapag under construction yung ating mga roads, meron tayong mga one-way roads.
Yes, mga detour, mga
Oo, yun, may mga detour. So, importante po yun. Saan po natin nalalaman yan? Kasi para yung mga residents natin, they will know para hindi na rin sila ma-hassle, no, sa traffic.
Opo, actually, yun nga, isa din talaga yung sa page ni Mayor, no, they release all the information. And also, I'm grateful also for the friends, no, sa media natin. They would go to the office, mag-ask sila ng mga updates, and also, we also get to relay the message, no, to the people through them. So, at least na-aware naman sila.
So, we encourage the people, no, yung ating residents, Zamboangueños, to regularly visit nga yung ating mga government pages.
Yes.
City government pages, the page of Mayor John, for the updates natin, para aware sila sa mga road projects and updates natin. And any more message po sa lahat po ng ating mga viewers manonood?
Opo. Yes, yung message ko, you know, as much as we want to implement the project, no, ng walang hassle, we really cannot avoid it, no. Sabi nga nila, we have some sacrifices for these developments na ginagawa natin. So, yung appeal ko lang talaga sa public is to be patient and have the understanding, no, kasi as much as we want to finish everything, may mga situations that we encounter that are, you know, beyond, uncontrollable naman, no, may mga ganon. So, patience lang talaga to the public. But we know, no, once these projects are done, para sa lahat naman to, no, it's for the benefit of everybody. Yun, during the implementation. And then for completed projects, especially drainage systems, kasi ito yung mga na-notice, na-observe natin during the paeng, ang daming drainage systems na madumi. So I guess I'm appealing also to the public, no, to avoid throwing garbages, yung disposal ng ating mga waste, to avoid throwing in the drainage systems, in the rivers, kasi, you know, isa din talaga to sa nag-a-affect. No, we may not know, no, kahit akala natin plastic lang of a candy wrapper, what, but you know, later on, nakaka-apekto sa atin. So yun lang. And of course, I'm grateful for this, no, opportunity to the media na they would go to the office and ask updates and information. At least, no, we get to inform the public why there are reasons, no, certain situations na nagde-delay sa project, no. So at least we are heard ba? We get to inform the people about this. So yun, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am
Thank you
Myra.
very much po, Engineer Diana de Guzman from Zamboanga City Engineers Office for this opportunity. We are glad to know na ito nga yung ating mga priority projects. Lahat naman po tayo, magtulong-tulungan po tayo. This is all for the development of our city.
Yes, ma'am.
Yun. So muli, maraming salamat po from the City Engineers Office at maraming salamat din sa lahat ng ating mga viewers. Hopefully, marami po tayong nakuhang impormasyon, mahalagang impormasyon regarding our development, infrastructure, and priority programs dito po sa Zamboanga City. Muli, nagpapasalamat din kami to the following sponsors. We have Blanka, Kallyntika, Estetica Zamboanga, Karimadon and Kamiseta, Penguin, and Arya's Coffee and Tea, all available here at SM City Mindpro. Nagpapasalamat po kaming muli sa lahat nating mga viewers at magkita-kita tayo sa mga susunod pang episodes ng Kapihan na Zamboanga. Sa ngalan po ng Philippine Information Agency, ito si Myra Espinosa. Muchísimas gracias.